when the noise finally gets quiet, who comes back? For many of us, well, many of you, I work all the time, but for a lot of people, today is the first day of their vacation. They planned it on purpose. Friday the third, because the fourth is a holiday. They knew they were going to get that day off, and they're like, yeah, let's take Thursday too. Let's take maybe even Monday with it. This is for everybody, even if it's only just tomorrow that you're off. It's a long weekend. And this is a loud weekend. Let's just call it what it is, okay? You probably all have neighbors, relatives, yourself, who are already, shooting off fireworks and the booming is happening in the middle of the night. Or if you're like me, you have a dog in the house that's like, when is this holiday going to be over? Because you've got neighbors, relatives, yourself, whoever, that have literally been, you know, shooting on big booming things, not like when Mocha and I used to live next to Camp Pendleton and they would do 24-hour mortar practice. That's a whole different type of 4th of July, although it was really cool. Anyway, that's a whole total segue that we're not going into. But, you know, it's a loud, boomy holiday, and there's a lot of noise. And to some extent, that noise can be kind of a blessing. Let's be real, because buried underneath of all that noise is that voice that always tends to want to come back. I know you know what I'm talking about. That one that is, and I don't want that voice to feel bad, because that voice, the one I'm talking about, is the heart and soul and core of who you really are. It's you. It's the you that's in you. It's the you that's been there when you were 5, when you, like me, were reaching for the microphone and you were ready because you wanted to sing and let the whole world hear it. When somebody came to your door and was collecting money for a charity, you wanted to give a quarter because that was the heart of who you are. In those moments, in that time, in that space, you were just you, and it's shown up every single time. So I want to encourage you, first off, that voice that comes back when the loud booming fireworks stop, when you're laying in your bed tomorrow morning because it's day off, even though it's supposed to usually be a work day, and you're like, I get to sleep a little extra. You get to just relax and those kind of things. And then the thoughts start coming. And again, I'm not thinking about those negative, nagging you thoughts. I'm just thinking about that real dream of who you are. It's real easy for us to fall into place. I keep falling there myself. I've really been working on that a lot myself lately. To fall into that place where immediately, as soon as that dream pops its head up, we start condemning ourselves because we're not where at one point, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years ago, whatever, we believed we'd be at. Doesn't necessarily mean you're not even maybe in a better place. I don't know. I'm not the one to critique that. But we look at that and then we immediately judge it as bad because it's not what we had said it was going to be. And instead, what I'd like to really encourage you is to just take a minute and just hear that voice. Thanks, Steve. I really appreciate you. You're awesome. Let that voice speak. A friend of mine, one of the pastors I used to work with, called it creative loafing. Just kind of laying on the couch. You're not really asleep, but you're just kind of letting those dreams come and let them have a place. And it's really important to just let that dream come to life today. Not judge it, not judge ourselves, not critique it, not feel bad about it, but rather to just Let the dream that's inside of you, that, and if dream is the wrong word because you start thinking about billions and winning the lottery and those kind of things, that real you, that heart and soul and core of who you are, let it let it shine, let it come through. Because here's what I know for sure: the world's only met a part of you. There is so much more to who you are, and maybe, I hope, maybe just a little bit this weekend, you'll spend a little time with that part of you that often is missing from the conversation. That's why I'm so excited about the event that's July 29th, 30th, and 31st in Tucson, Arizona, is because we're creating together a room to let all of you be seen and for you to see all of you. And that feels really incredibly cool. I hope during the course of this whole weekend that you are happy, you're safe, and you really feel loved. Because when the world finally does slow down, what's the first thing your heart always wants to come back to? I'd love to hear that today. Thanks for joining us, Mac. Appreciate you. Until we're together again next time, I hope all of you have a great week.